Hello everyone, welcome to FedScoop TV. You are watching our Digital Transformation Heroes series, and I'm talking with Todd Simpson, the CIO of the FDA. Todd, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So Todd, federal IT managers are very cognizant of the fact that they need to update their legacy IT systems. Can you point to an example inside your agency where modernization has helped you move into this new digital world?
Yes, the most clear-cut example of modernizing a system that I can think of would be our process automation in the field, where we automated our field inspection processes.
Okay.
And what we were doing on paper 2 years ago, we're now doing electronically. And I think the last metric I got was 23,000 electronic inspections have been completed today.
Okay, great. So when we talk about the technologies that are coming into organizations like cloud, containerization, agile development, how has that changed your outlook on what's possible over the next 18 months?
So I think those new technologies are just more tools in the toolbox. And with respect to agile and cloud, I think that combining an agile approach with a microservices framework embedded in cloud technologies is really the direction where the FDA is going. And we've had a concrete example of a success in that regard with a system that we released. It's a platform as a service that we buy through a cloud service provider. And we used an agile approach to develop a system. And our entire approach has been kind of revolutionized, whereas we used to have a dedicated DBA, database administrator, that would take care of that tool after it was in production. We now put that onus on the cloud service provider. So we're really exploiting the cloud and exploiting the nuances of what the cloud was supposed to give us in terms of lower costs for our workforce, more reuse of our components that we're developing, et cetera.
Great. So a lot also depends on workforce initiatives. It's not all just reliant on the technology. What needs to happen to ensure that agencies are retaining top IT talent in order for them to move into the new digital world?
So I think a recognition of the importance of the data is the first kind of milestone that the workforce has to embrace. And I think that any workforce is going to be a little bit resistant to change. It's people are comfortable doing what they know. And when we're talking about combining an agile methodology with a microservices framework, that's revolutionary thinking. That's a change from the traditional waterfall approach of development, or say that model where maybe you do on-premise Java development instead of farming it out to some cloud service provider. So I think that's the biggest barrier, if you will, or opportunity, that cultural change that needs to occur in the workforce.
Okay. Finally, you were talking about data a little bit. How is your agency planning for the onslaught of data that is going to continue to come in? Because all agencies are getting more data and not less. So I would imagine that you're trying to put the right tools when it comes to data analytics in the hands of the people that are trying to complete the mission.
Yes, it's a great question. And I think we've been preparing for the surge in data mostly through optimizing our network, putting network optimization tools in place, expanding the bandwidth capabilities of our network, looking at tools like software-defined networking, and also kind of expanding our analytics toolbox. So the tools that we can use to do predictive modeling, trend analysis, and just overall management of our data. That's one of the biggest areas that we're focusing on.
Great. Todd, appreciate your insight. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
For all of our Digital Transformation Hero series, check out fedscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.